afternoon. I bring you greetings from Sydney, Australia, brothers and sisters. My name is Craig Roberts. I'm the CEO of the Sydney Anglican Youth Works organisation, and I'm also the head of the Youth and Children's Ministry Network. Can you remember from yesterday, what percentage of the world's population is aged 27 or under? 50%. That makes it about half the world are pretty close to being youth or children. The Youth and Children's Ministry Network is all about evangelism and intergenerational discipleship. That is, older people investing in the lives of younger people, investing spiritual capital, social capital into the lives of the next generation, just like Paul did with Timothy and Titus. Youth and Children's Ministry is not babysitting. It is not child-minding. It is not a holding pen where you stick Christians in waiting until they hit a certain age where they can then make a decision to follow Jesus. No. Effective youth and children's ministry is evangelism, and it is intergenerational discipleship. Now, young people are particularly culturally sensitive. So a young person in Sydney, their world and the pressures that are upon them are very different to a young person of the same age in the Sudan. So what works for me in Sydney probably isn't going to work in the Sudan or in Rio de Janeiro. So, the GAFCON Youth and Children's Ministry proposed last year when we met and formed in Jerusalem to do two things. Number one, we want to send out a regular emailed newsletter for pastors who are particularly focused with the responsibility of youth and children's ministry. It will be a compilation of effective tools, tips, tricks, hacks in running an effective youth and children's ministry. But more than that, the focus of this newsletter will be on reminding our youth and children's pastors and their bishops and their archbishops and their primates that they are not doing babysitting. They are doing evangelism and intergenerational discipleship. And secondly, we are looking to curate an online library of free resources. It will be linked to the GAFCON website, and I'm delighted to reveal it to you. You are the first people in the world to see our brand new website. The technical Oompa Loompas have been hard at work. I saw it myself this morning for the first time. Let me show you what it looks like. This is what it will look like. You can see the purpose there, helping you raise up a generation of mature, lifelong, disciple-making disciples of Jesus Christ. And so you can search from a library of resources that we will draw from across the world. And so if you go to the search page, you can search by language. I fully expect we will start with English, but then we will move to as many languages as we can garner resources from. You can search by resource type. Maybe you want a liturgy for a family service, or a curriculum for a Sunday school for a term, or a confirmation class education program. You can also search by Book of the Bible age range. So we could search for the Passover, and we've got a resource for Sunday school that is suitable for children aged 11 to 13, and you can just click and download it, and off you go. It is our hope that this portal will be the catalyst for sharing global best practice resources and best theological thinking in our youth and children's ministry. Remember, it's not babysitting, it's not child minding. What is it? It's evangelism and intergenerational discipleship. Why? Because we want to raise the profile of young persons' ministry across the world, so that out of thousands upon thousands of Bible-based, Jesus-honouring churches, we will see emerge a generation of mature, lifelong, disciple-making disciples of Jesus. That's our vision, that's our aim, that's our goal. So what can you do? A good question, and I'm glad you asked. What we have set as one of our goals, we set this for ourselves back in Jerusalem. We want to connect with a youth and children's pastor from every diocese in the GAFCON world. And to do that, if you know of a youth and children's pastor in your parish, in your diocese, in your province, please send me an email at craig.roberts@gafcon.org, and we will put them onto our mailing list. We will invite them into our curated online library of resources where they can contribute what they have and they can share with from what others have contributed.